Have you ever pondered why certain societies faced divine punishments in the past? It's a question that might have crossed your mind while flipping through the pages of religious texts or hearing tales of bygone eras. In the Islamic faith, the concept of divine punishment is not a random act of wrath, but rather a consequence of certain actions. Actions that veer away from the moral and ethical path laid down by Allah Almighty. A notable example of this is Bani Israel, or the children of Israel. Their story holds a significant place in Islamic history, filled with lessons and insights. From their exodus from Egypt to their trials and tribulations in the following years, their journey is marked by instances of divine punishments, but these were not arbitrary. Each was a response to specific actions and behaviors. So why did Bani Israel face divine punishments, and what lessons can we extract from these incidents? Let's dive in and explore this fascinating chapter of history. The first divine punishment that befell Bani Israel was a plague. This was not a random event, but a direct consequence of their disobedience and ingratitude towards the immense blessings Allah had bestowed upon them. In Islam, gratitude and obedience hold paramount importance. They are not just virtues, but obligations. When we lose sight of these, we risk straying from the righteous path. The plague that descended upon Bani Israel served as a stern reminder of the consequences of their actions. The second divine punishment was quite unique and shocking: transformation into apes. Now, you might be wondering what could warrant such an extraordinary punishment. The answer lies in the violation of a sacred law, the observance of the Sabbath. The Sabbath, a day of rest and worship, was a cornerstone of the Jewish faith. Yet, the Bani Israel chose to transgress this holy day, pursuing their worldly desires over their spiritual obligations. This punishment was not just a random act of divine retribution, it was a stark reminder of the significance of respecting religious laws and commandments. When we disregard these sacred laws, we risk losing our humanity, symbolized here by the transformation into apes. This punishment served as a mirror, reflecting the moral decay of a society that had lost its way. But remember, this transformation was not just a physical one, but a metaphorical one highlighting the moral decay of the society. The final divine punishment was a drawn-out one: 40 years of wandering in the desert. This punishment was not delivered in an instant like the previous ones, rather, it was a prolonged test of faith and patience. The Bani Israel, despite witnessing Allah's miracles, displayed a repeated lack of faith and trust in His promise. They questioned His commands and even wished for the enslaved life they had left behind in Egypt over the freedom and divine guidance they were blessed with. This ingratitude and lack of trust led to their 40-year-long wandering in the desert. During this time, they were stripped of all luxuries, living a nomadic life, constantly on the move. It was a reminder of the importance of faith, patience, and gratitude in times of trials. It was a lesson on the consequences of doubt and disobedience. The 40 years of wandering served as a prolonged lesson for Bani Israel. So we've discussed the 3 divine punishments that befell Bani Israel. But what can we learn from these? Let's recap. The main reasons for the punishments were disobedience, ingratitude, violation of religious laws, and lack of faith. These incidents serve as potent reminders. They underscore the importance of obeying religious tenets, appreciating our blessings, and maintaining unwavering faith. In the end, these punishments serve as reminders for us to uphold our faith, respect our religious laws, and be grateful for our blessings.